So this is a video recording for my Module 2 journal, and it has 3 questions. And the first one is, can everything in human reality be credited to natural occurrences? The second one is, share an event that I have personally experienced that appears to have been supernaturally influenced. And number 3 is, how central are the records of Jesus doing things and performing miracles? How central is that to his overall ministry? So going back to the first one, can everything in human reality be credited to natural occurrence? So, yes, I do believe that. And to some people that might sound a little atheist, but I think it's the exact opposite. I feel like the biggest natural occurrence, I feel like the most natural thing in the world, and I feel like God is a lot more natural than we think. I feel like, people say like, oh, he's like this big supernatural, but at the same time, I feel like he's more natural than even more than we can imagine. And I feel like him giving us free will is what caused everything that goes on today, either good or bad. Because freedom, people can use freedom for the good or bad. People can use it for to end world hunger or to cure diseases, but some people might use it to their advantage and to get money out of people or to do bad things, unfortunately. And that's because I feel like God gave humanity free will to allow us to kind of pick and choose, if we're going to do right or wrong. And I feel like that's credited to God giving us free will. And I feel like that's the natural occurrence, is him giving us free will. And that might sound supernatural, but like I said before, I kind of see God as a lot more natural than what society perceives God as. And hopefully that makes sense. And so moving on to the second one, share an event that I personally experienced that appears to have been supernaturally influenced. So before I was a Christian, and this is something that I still struggle with, but before I was a Christian, I at least I realize it now. But when I wasn't a Christian, I had a really bad habit of looking at everybody else in a bad light and judging them and not really looking at myself, and kind of criticizing myself before looking at other people. But as soon as I became a Christian, I started to realize that I am just as sinful, I am just as dirty as anybody else out there. It's not like Jesus came down to die just for a certain amount of people. It's not like Jesus shed a little bit more blood for that person more than this person. No, he died for everybody because everybody is guilty. Everybody's guilty. So I have literally no right to look at somebody else in a bad light when I'm as just equally sinful as that person. And I feel like God is making me realize this supernaturally, and he's working through me to stop seeing people the way I want to see them. I feel like he's working through me to practice to look at people and to look at life through his lens. And I feel like that's something that he's doing supernaturally through me. And I'm definitely thankful for it. And it's something, like I said before, that I'm still working on. But yes, I feel like that's one thing that he's been doing supernaturally through me. At the same time, I feel like it's something that's more natural. It's like, I'm starting to believe that, the way God works is a lot more natural than people think. But that's something to be discussed another time. Moving on to the third question, how central are the supernatural experiences in the life of Jesus? How central are those to his overall ministry? So I feel like Jesus coming down and dying for the sins of humanity is the overall idea, but also it's not only that as well. It's not, it's not only about Jesus coming down to die for us so we can have a clear path to God. Yes, that's the main thing. But at the same time, I feel like, those miracles that were written in the Gospels is not only to show us that, like, wow, Jesus did all these things. Like, yes, he did do those things, but I feel like he did those things to show us that if we do things his way, and if we practice doing things in his way and practice looking at other people through him, we can also do the things that he did, like walking on water and healing people and healing them and curing sicknesses. I feel like he did those things to show us that, listen, if you do these things, if you live life the way I live life, you can also do these things as well. He mentioned many times that, like, that we are the light of the world, that we are the salt of the world, that if we do these things, we can actually, heal people and do everything that he did as well. So, yes, thank you.